Hi, I'm Bob Keeshan. Welcome to CBS Storybreak. Chocolate. Oh, yummy. Centuries ago, some people even thought that chocolate had magic powers. Today's story is all about chocolate and a boy named Henry Green. Now, most of us like chocolate, but Henry loves chocolate. You might say he's a chocolate freak. Based on Robert Kimmel Smith's book, here is Chocolate Fever.
Some people say that I wasn't really born, but was hatched like a chick from a cocoa bean. Can you believe that? My name is Henry Green, and chocolate is my life.
Henry, breakfast. Have some pancakes, dear.
With my favorite chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup on pancakes? Ugh, it's gross.
Delicious!
You put chocolate syrup on everything, even mashed potatoes.
But I only like chocolate 5 ways. Bitter, sweet, light, dark, and daily.
You're a chocolate freak.
Now, Elizabeth.
But, Dad, he eats more chocolate than everybody I know put together.
Henry's doing just fine. He's healthy, never had a cavity, and he's happy. So what if he eats chocolate all the time?
Oh, Dad.
Isn't it time you two were getting off to school?
Do I have a chocolate bar sandwich today?
Not today.
Then I'd better take a few more chocolate cookies.
Don't be late, you two.
Did I ever have freckles?
Freckles? Nope, not a one.
Then what are these little brown spots on my arm?
Probably dirt. You don't wash too well, you know.
I do too.
Don't worry about little brown spots, and don't be late.
Henry, catch! Why didn't you catch the ball? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? Can't I just stand here?
Okay, you don't have to yell at me. You seem kind of different today, not like you at all.
I feel funny, and I don't know why.
If I take 4 1/2 and subtract 1 1/2, what do I have left? Amy?
3.
Oh, correct, Amy. And if I take 6 1/2 and subtract 1 1/4, then what will I have left? Henry? Henry?
Little brown spots.
Silence, class. Silence. Henry Green, what is the meaning of this?
Little brown spots all over. I was looking at my arm, and I have these...
Little brown spots. I heard you quite clearly.
But, Mrs. Farber, I didn't have them all my life. I didn't even have them this morning. But now...
I know. Now you have them all over. Oh, I'd better have a look at them. Looks just like freckles to me.
It can't be. I've never had freckles before.
And you're sure you didn't see them before?
Yes.
Well, then, you, Henry Green, will come with me. And, class, you will continue to look at your math books until I return. In perfect silence.
For heaven's sake, Mrs. Farber, I was right in the middle of America's Vespucci.
I want you to take a look at one of my students who has little brown spots all over his arm.
Brown spots? You got me out here for little brown spots?
Well, I thought perhaps measles.
Oh, no.
Chicken pox.
Let's get him in a good light. Freckles. Nothing but freckles.
Are you sure?
Chocolate milk? Is it lunchtime already?
Oh, forget lunch. Oh, look. Now he has them on his face.
Oh, no!
Oh, my. And they weren't there before?
No, 2 minutes ago, this boy's face was as clear as day. And now look.
Little brown spots all over his face.
And more of them coming out every minute. Nurse Farthing! Nurse Farthing!
Quiet, please. And don't bring any of your cocoa in here.
What cocoa?
Don't think I don't smell it.
Please, Nurse Farthing, we have an emergency on our hands. This is Henry Green. He's breaking out in a rash of some sort.
So I see. It's peculiar, all right. Looks like little brown spots all over.
But what is it?
Have you ever had the measles?
Yes, when I was 5.
Chicken pox?
When I was 3.5.
Then I'd say you have an unidentified rash. And frankly, I don't like the look of it. There, I'm sure it's not serious. How do you feel?
Not very good.
Warm?
No,
Cold?
no,
Dizzy?
no. I just feel strange.
You poor dear, you must really be frightened. Did you say something, Henry?
No, ma'am.
What is that noise, then? It sounds like something going pop.
I heard it too.
So did I. Oh, look at him.
Oh no, they're popping out all over.
Calm down. Oh, that's better. Now, Mrs. Farber, you go and call Henry's mother on the telephone. Tell her we're taking him to City Hospital. And you, Henry Green, are coming with me. Now, let's go now, quietly and calmly.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Incredible.
Just wait till Dr. Fargo sees this case.
What? Well, what have we here, eh? Oh, the boy looks like he fell into a mud puddle. You didn't happen to fall into a mud puddle, did you, lad?
No, sir.
Oh, no, didn't think so. That's too bad, though. Would have explained what those big brown spots are doing all over you. Well, did you bring this boy here?
Yes, Doctor.
Well, then, tell me things.
You're not going to believe this, Doctor. This boy has a rash that's making noise.
Noise?
Like champagne corks popping. And right before my eyes, those little brown spots became big brown spots.
Well, you are right. I'm not going to believe this. Mostly because, well, it's impossible. No rash in the whole history of rashes ever popped out with a noise you could hear. It's impossible.
It happened.
Well, then, I guess I'd better examine him. That's perfectly normal. Except he isn't, of course. Where's my magnifying glass?
In your pocket, sir.
What? Oh, yes. Well, this rash looks exactly like your typical big brown spots. Except, of course, that there is no such thing.
I'm scared.
Well, I'm Dr. Fargo. Wet swab, please. Now, let's just see what we have here.
Ah!
Oh, did that hurt?
No,
Then why did you scream?
because I thought it was going to hurt.
Well, exactly. Take this to the laboratory at once and have it analyzed. And in just a few minutes, I'll know more about those big brown spots than I do now, which is not a lot, which is practically nothing, in fact. Chocolate? There is a definite odor of chocolate in this room. Someone has been eating a candy bar in this office. Now, that's outrageous. This is a medical facility, not a snack bar. If I catch anyone on my staff eating a... What?
Yeah.
Are you sure? But that's impossible. Chocolate? Those big brown spots are 100% pure chocolate?
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 Exactly. That boy is nothing more than a walking candy bar.
Oh, no.
Yes, we are making medical history here. The very first case of a new disease I have chosen to call Fargo's chocolate fever. And I think it is safe to say that the frontiers of medical science will be expanded by what I do with this very first case. Let me add that I know that I, with the knowledge of the healing arts I have accrued over the long years of practice, will heal this lad.
Hey, He's running away! Stop!
Catch that boy! Stop it!
Stop him! Don't let him get away! Hey, stop! Come back here!
The police! They must be after me! I'm a wanted boy! I can't run anymore. Got to stop.
Boy, are you ugly.
Yeah, really ugly.
Excuse me, could I get through, please?
I've seen pimples before, but those are ridiculous.
They ain't pimples, they're warts.
Yeah, warts. They gotta be warts.
Ugliest warts in the whole world.
In the world, man, they are the ugliest warts in the universe.
Yeah, and he smells too. Yuck, like a rotten candy factory. He's
Ugly, really
nauseating.
ugly. Hey, you, Mr. Ugly. What's your name, kid?
My name is my own business.
Let me hit him, Frankie.
Let me get him.
Stop! I have a rare and mysterious disease. Whoever touches me will catch it and die.
Oh, yeah? I don't believe you.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
You're bluffing.
Just touch me and you'll find out if I'm bluffing. I have chocolate fever, one of the most horrible and catching diseases in the world.
Chocolate what? You're making it up.
You know what happens if you get chocolate fever? Your mouth gets dry. You can't breathe. You break out in big chocolate spots, like me. You begin to look ugly. And then the really bad stuff starts.
Hey, there was something on the radio about him. He ran away from a hospital and the cops want him.
Ducks, E-I-E-I-O. With a quack, quack here and a quack, quack there. Here, quack, there, quack, everywhere, quack, quack.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Wait a minute. Who's back there?
Just me, Henry Green.
Whew. You almost scared the life out of me. Get yourself down here, Henry Green. Sneaking in the trucks, hitching a ride? You can get into a pack of trouble that way, kid.
I'm sorry, mister.
The name is Mac, and I'd better pull this truck off the road so we can get things sorted out. It's time to take my break anyway. Now then.
You don't have to say anything. I'll just go on my way. It's okay.
Wait a second.
I know you see the way I look. All these ugly, big brown spots.
I see 'em. Now, what did my sweet wife give us to eat? Chicken spread, ham and cheese, tuna.
I mean, if you don't want to have anything to do with me, I'll understand. I really will. Mac, isn't there something you want to ask me?
Sure, but I figure you're going to tell me anyway. You're running away, aren't you?
I had to run away, Mac. I have this disease called chocolate fever, and nobody knows what to do about it. I look so terrible and ugly.
I wouldn't say ugly, sort of special.
I'm not special. I'm a freak. A chocolate freak.
Easy now, boy.
How would you like it if people stared at you?
You know, kid, I've had some experience in that line myself. but you can't let it get to you.
That's easy for you to say.
Let me ask you something. You got a mother and a father?
Yes.
They've been good to you?
Yes.
So they're pretty good parents, right?
Right.
And you love them, 'cause they're so kind and good, right?
Yes.
Well, how do you think they feel right now? It wouldn't surprise me if your mother was crying her heart out, just sick to death worrying about you.
But, Mac...
No buts about it, Henry Green. A good child doesn't cause his parents grief and heartache. You got that? Now, here's my plan. First thing we do is drive down this road until we find a telephone. Then we can call your folks so they can stop worrying.
Okay.
Well, all right. Let's get this rig on the road.
Reach for the sky. Hands up. Don't make a move. The old finger in the pocket trick.
Works like a charm.
Are you crazy? What is this?
This, sir, is a robbery, a hijacking, in fact. Section 3, Part 4 of the Criminal Code. Seizure of a cargo of goods from a vehicle or vessel on the roads or waterways.
Right, Louie. I'm Lefty. He's Louie. People get us mixed up sometimes, but I don't know why.
My name is Henry Green, and he's Mac.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure, even under these unfortunate circumstances.
You sure you really want to do this? I think you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble.
You, sir, will be in trouble if you don't do exactly what I say. Now, climb up into that bunk back there so we can proceed with our business.
Hey, listen, you better stop now. You're making a big mistake.
Mistake, huh? We know exactly what we're doing. We are hijacking a cargo of expensive furs.
Furs? Furs? Oh, Henry, they think they're stealing furs.
No furs?
No furs.
Then what?
Candy bars.
Oh, no.
Chocolate bars. With almonds.
Oh, nuts.
And some without nuts.
No wonder it smells like chocolate. What do we do now, Louie?
I don't know, but I'll think of something. Meanwhile, we'll get this truck to our hideout.
You said this job would be like taking candy from a baby, but we were supposed to get furs. What do we do now?
I'm thinking.
What's going to happen to us, Mac?
Don't worry. I almost got my hands free. Just be ready to get out of here in a hurry.
I think I hear a dog. Listen.
More than one dog, and coming closer. Watch those two. I'm going outside to take a look.
The old rope 'em together trick. Some hijackers you are. Saved by an army of chocolate-loving pooches. You must taste awful good, Henry.
What's going on here? Our dog smelled something. Chocolate. That's what it is.
And they just took off after it. Rex, you stop licking that boy this very instant.
What in the world's going on here?
It's a long story, but if one of you will please get the police, it'll all turn out just fine.
We go after furs and we get candy bars. We go to our hideout and we're invaded by dogs. It's getting so a guy can't make a dishonest living anymore.
You were right, Mac. My parents were sure happy to hear from me.
And as soon as we drop this load of candy bars at the warehouse, home you go.
Who is this Alfred Kane, Mac?
Well, his name is Alfred, but everybody calls him Sugar. He's my boss.
Wow, you have everything here, Mr. Kane.
Chocolate is my life, and candy is my business.
If I worked here, I'd eat everything every day.
Henry Green, if it won't offend you, I would like to ask about those big brown spots you seem to have all over.
It's chocolate fever. That's what Dr. Fargo said anyway. Maybe because I love chocolate so much and eat it all the time.
Chocolate fever, eh? Well, I find that terribly interesting.
I find it just plain terrible. I look like a freak, and all because of chocolate.
Well, Henry Green, let me tell you a story. It's about a boy like you. A strange thing happened to him. The very same thing, in fact.
You mean
Big brown spots all over.
he had chocolate fever?
The very same.
But how did he... was he...
Was he cured, you mean? Oh, yes, indeed. The cure, however, was in two parts. And the first part was the most important. You see, although life is grand and pleasure is everywhere, we can't have everything we want every time we want it.
I guess I've had too much of a good thing.
Indeed.
I'll eat less chocolate. From now on, only when I really, really want to.
Very good. That is half the battle.
And the second part of the cure?
Very simple when you think about it. What flavor is the opposite of chocolate?
Vanilla.
Vanilla pills, Henry Green. The very thing that'll cure your chocolate fever within the hour.
Vanilla pills? Who would have thought it?
Mr. Kane? That boy you spoke about. Who was he?
His name was Alfred Kane, but his friends called him Sugar.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Kane.
You can call me Sugar.
And you can call me Henry. I'm feeling a lot better, Mac. Maybe it's those vanilla pills. And I haven't even had one piece of chocolate today. You know... Look, Mac! My spots! They're popping away! Disappearing!
French toast for you, dear. And as a special treat, your very favorite, chocolate syrup.
You know what, Mom? Just this once, I think I'll skip it.
Well, now, I think our little one is growing up.
Gee, Elizabeth, cinnamon tastes pretty good. Better than that. It's great. I'll bet it would be good on top of ice cream or my favorite cereal in the morning. Hey, how about cinnamon milk? Yeah, that's great. I could put it on lots and lots of... Wait a minute. Can you have too much cinnamon? Gee, I wonder... Is there such a thing as cinnamon fever?
Do you think Henry Green got the point that too much of anything can lead to trouble? Well, if you like chocolate fever, the Library of Congress thinks you'd enjoy these other books, too. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl, The Chocolate Touch by Patrick Skeen Catling, and Stregonona by Tommy De Paola. Your local library and bookstore will help you read more about it. And be sure to join us next time for another CBS Story Break.